I just booked a round-trip flight to Tokyo for $387. Last week that same flight was $1,200. No, I didn't use miles. No sketchy third-party sites. Just 7 Google Flights features that 90% of travelers have no idea exist. In the last 4 months alone, these hacks saved me $2,400 on flights. And hack number 6? It's borderline controversial, but it dropped my Europe tickets by $340 in under 2 minutes. I'm about to walk you through every single one step by step with my exact strategy. Screenshot timestamps, because by the end of this you'll never overpay for flights again. Hack number 1 is the Explore map, and this is how I found a $203 round-trip flight to Prague when I had zero destination in mind. Here's exactly how it works. Go to Google Flights. Instead of typing a destination, click Explore Destinations, or just leave the destination field blank. Enter your home airport and your travel dates, or if you're flexible, just pick a month. Now here's the magic. Google shows you a literal map of the world with the cheapest flights to everywhere. Those little price tags? Each one is the lowest round-trip price from your airport. I was looking at flights from New York in March. Paris was $680, London was $590. But look at this. Prague, $203s, Krakow, Poland, $207. These aren't hidden destinations, they're just not the first ones you'd search. Click any price, and it shows you the exact flights, airlines, and dates. I saved $387 compared to Paris just by being open to where I went. That's hack 1. Flexibility equals savings. Pro tip: use the continent filters at the top. Click Europe, Asia, or South America to narrow it down. You can also adjust trip length right there. 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever. Hack 2 is the date flexibility grid, and this one is stupid simple but saves $150 to $300 per flight. Most people search for specific dates and never look at this. When you're searching for a flight, click on your departure date. You'll see a calendar. Now look right above the calendar. There is a dos noveni. Know that there's a toggle that says flexible dates or a grid icon. Click it, boom. Instead of a calendar, you get a grid showing prices for different departure and return date combinations. Green means cheaper. Red means expensive. This is your cheat code. Look at this. Flying New York to Barcelona on Thursday, March 13th, $623s, but leave on Tuesday, March 11th instead, $450. Same trip, same airline, $167 savings just for leaving 2 days earlier. The grid shows you up to 3 days before and after your dates. If you have even slight flexibility, you can almost always find a cheaper combo. I do this for every single flight now. Here's the pattern I've noticed. Tuesday and Wednesday departures are almost always cheaper than Friday or Sunday, and returning on a Tuesday or Wednesday saves you money too. Weekends are premium pricing. For that Barcelona trip, I saved $167 with 3 clicks. That's 2 nights of hostel accommodation just from picking different dates. Hack 2, done. Hack 3 is price tracking, and this is how I saved $243 on my Tokyo flight by literally doing nothing except waiting. When you search for any flight on Google Flights, there's a little toggle at the top that says, Track Prices. Turn it on. That's it. Google will now email you whenever the price changes for this exact route and dates. I tracked New York to Tokyo flights for 3 weeks. The price started at 1,143s. Google emailed me when it dropped to 987, then 856, then finally 387, an error fare that lasted 6 hours. The email comes through, you click the link, and it takes you straight to Google Flights with that price. If it's good, book it immediately. These deals don't last. Here's my strategy. I track 8 to 10 routes at once, places I actually want to go. When I get a price drop alert, That's 30% or more below the average. I jump on it. That's how you travel on a budget, without compromising on destinations. Google also shows you a price history graph, whether the current price is low, typical, or high, compared to usual. If it says low, that's your signal. Don't wait. For Tokyo, I saved $756 by tracking instead of booking immediately. But that's not even the craziest hack yet. Hack 4 is the multi-city trip builder, and this is for when you want to hit multiple destinations without backtracking. I saved $340 on a Europe trip using this exact method. Instead of searching for a round trip, click multi-city at the top. Now you can add up to 7 different flights as separate legs of one trip. Watch this. I wanted to visit London, Prague, and Barcelona. A normal round trip to London plus separate one-ways between cities would have cost $1,167, but building it as one multi-city trip, $827. Why? Because airlines price multi-city trips differently. They want you to fly with them for the entire journey, so they discount the connecting flights. You're essentially getting a bulk deal. Here's the breakdown. Round trip NYC to London, $567. Prague to Barcelona one-way, $180. Barcelona to NYC one-way, $420. Total, $1,167. But the multi-city route for all 4 flights, $827. Same flights, same dates, $340 less. The beauty here is you control how long you stay in each city. Spend 3 days in London, 5 in Prague, a week in Barcelona. Just adjust the dates for each leg. Google Flights tests hundreds of airline combinations to find the cheapest multi-city routing. Sometimes it's all one airline, sometimes it's 3 different ones. It finds whatever works. This hack is perfect for Europe because cities are so close together. Asia works great too. Tokyo to Seoul to Bangkok to Singapore as one trip is way cheaper than separate bookings. Hack 5 is about hidden fare classes, and this is where it gets technical but also where you find 200+ savings. Most people don't know airlines sell each other's seats. When you search Google Flights, it shows you results from dozens of airlines. But here's the secret. Some of those aren't actually operating the flight. They're partner airlines selling seats on someone else's plane. See this? United is selling this flight, but it says operated by Lufthansa. This is a code share. And sometimes, booking through the partner airline is hundreds of dollars cheaper than booking through the operating airline. For my Frankfurt trip, this exact flight was $780 on United's website. But booking the same seat through Lufthansa as the operating carrier? $587. Same plane, same seat, $193 less. Google Flights shows you all these options automatically. Look for phrases like operated by, code share, or multiple airline logos on one flight. Click them through to each one and compare the final price on their websites. This works because of airline alliances. Star Alliance, Oneworld, SkyTeam. Airlines in the same alliance share planes and sell each other's inventory. They don't always price it the same way. My rule: if Google shows the same route on 3 different airlines, I check the price on all 3 websites before booking. Takes an extra 5 minutes, saves $150 to $250 on average. This Frankfurt trip saved me $193 with that one check. That's Hack 5, and it's completely legit. Airlines expect you to do this. Okay, Hack 6 is the one everyone asks about and some people say is shady. It's not. It's using a VPN to access location-based pricing, and it saved me $342 on one booking. Airlines charge different prices based on where you're searching from. A flight from New York to Mumbai might cost $920 when you search from the US, but $578 when you search from India. This is called geographic pricing. Here's how I do it. I use ExpressVPN or NordVPN, doesn't matter which. I search for the flight normally first to get a baseline price. Then I connect to a VPN server in the destination country or nearby. For that Mumbai flight, searching from a US IP address showed $920. I connected to an India server, cleared my browser cookies, and searched again. Same exact flight, same dates, now showing $578. That's $342 saved. Important step: you must clear your cookies or use incognito mode after connecting to the VPN. Otherwise, Google Flights remembers your original location and keeps showing US prices. I test 3 to 5 different countries when I do this. For Europe flights, I try UK, Germany, and Netherlands servers. For Asia, I try Singapore, Thailand, and Japan. Sometimes Mexico and Brazil servers give crazy deals for South America. Not every route has geographic pricing differences, but when it works big. I'd say 40% of my searches find cheaper prices from a different country. That's worth the extra 10 minutes. Legal? Yes. Airlines know about this. They set the prices differently for economic reasons. Currency exchange rates, local competition, purchasing power. You're just accessing the price available in that region. One warning, when you find a cheaper price through a VPN, book it in that country's currency through that region's website. Don't switch back to the US site or the price might change. And use a credit card with no foreign transaction fees. Mumbai saved me $342. Bangkok saved me $218. São Paulo saved me $167. This hack alone has saved me over $700 this year. Hack 7 is the nearby airports trick, and this is the easiest one that people constantly overlook. I saved $267 on my last flight just by driving 45 minutes further. When you enter a city in Google Flights, it defaults to the main airport, but most major cities have multiple airports. New York has JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark. London has Heathrow, Gatwick, Stansted, Luton, and City. Here's the trick. When you click on the departure or arrival city, there's a checkbox that says, Include nearby airports. Turn it on for both departure and arrival. Google now searches all airports within 100 miles. Look at this. New York to London. From JFK, 687. From Newark, 643. But from LaGuardia to London Stansted instead of Heathrow, 420. Same dates, same week, $260 less. Yes, Stansted is 40 miles outside London, and LaGuardia isn't my closest airport. But between cheaper parking at LaGuardia and the $267 flight savings, I'm ahead by $230 after transportation costs. This works everywhere. LA has LAX, Burbank, Orange County, Long Beach, and Ontario. Chicago has O'Hare and Midway. Paris has Charles de Gaulle, Orly, and Beauvais. Budget airlines love secondary airports because landing fees are cheaper. Airlines like Ryanair, EasyJet, Norwegian, and Spirit almost always fly out of the secondary airports. They pass those savings to passengers, that's why the prices are so much lower. My rule, if the secondary airport saves me more than $150 and adds less than 90 minutes of travel time, I take it every time. That LaGuardia to Stansted route saved me $267 and added 40 minutes to my trip. No brainer. Before booking from a secondary airport, Google Map the transit options. Stansted to London has a direct train for $25 that takes 47 minutes. Beauvais to Paris has a bus for $18. Factor that into your total cost. Between all 7 hacks, I saved $2,417 on flights in 2026 so far. Let me show you how that breaks down. Here's the complete savings breakdown from my actual bookings. Hack 1, Explore Map. Prague instead of Paris, saved $477. Hack 2, Date Flexibility Grid. Barcelona departure change, saved $167. Hack 3, Price Tracking. Tokyo Error Fare, saved $756. Hack 4, Multi-City Builder. Europe trip routing, saved $340. Hack 5, Partner Airlines, Frankfurt Codeshare, saved $193. Hack 6, VPN Location Trick, Mumbai Geographic Pricing, saved $342. Hack 7, Nearby Airports, London Routing Change, saved $267. Grand total, $2,542 saved in 4 months across 6 international trips. That's not miles, not points, not luck. Just knowing how to use Google Flights the way 90% of people don't. These are the exact strategies I use for every single flight I book. If this saved you money or you're going to use these hacks on your next trip, hit that subscribe button. I post a new budget travel strategy every single week. Apps, destinations, hacks, all of it. Drop a comment with the trip you're planning and which hack you think will save you the most. I reply to every comment in the first 24 hours and I'll tell you exactly how I'd book your specific route. If you want more, I've got a full video on credit cards that pay for flights. That's 4 free international trips per year. And another on accommodation hacks that cut your lodging costs by 60%. Both linked in the description. Screenshot this. Save these timestamps. Actually use these hacks on your next search. This is how you travel more for less, and it's how I've been to 47 countries on a normal salary. The world is cheaper than you think when you know where to look. Go book that trip. I'll see you in the next one.